Yeah, great question here. And that's been one of the items that we, as a member, Utah is a member of Ruck West, and we've been asking these questions now for probably at least 10 years. We've been working together and trying to think this through. We're the United States of America, and one of the great beauties of our country is Americans have this unfettered access and mobility across state lines, and that's something that we want to make sure is maintained and hopefully enhanced. We've been looking and working with other states to try to figure out if there's a way. Well, there is a way to do this, but it's going to take some coming together by the states and the federal government to standardize on certain elements. In this case, it would probably be a technology standardization. But there's even bigger questions, I think, before you get to this interoperability across jurisdictional lines, is when you think about how you do that, I believe it's going to be technology based. And when you make the jump to that, you make that assumption, then you have to jump to the idea of, well, if it's technology based, how are we going to protect private information? How are we going to keep that confidentiality that Americans expect? Because they do not want government tracking them. And so finding a way to first lead with the principle that we respect personal information and that privacy aspect is important. And we're going to have to work with the surrounding states to be able to do that. That's really what I see if you make the jump to a technology solution, as opposed to just, a manual odometer read. But if you use a technology solution, that's where you really get the opportunity to kind of have that seamless ability to interface with our tolling systems. That's what we've done here in the state of Utah. Our road usage charge program is using basically that one wallet. In a lot of places you could set up a prepaid wallet and maintain, we'll pull money into that wallet when it drops below a certain level. And so it's the same wallet that we're using for our tolling system that we're using for the road usage charge fee program. The other piece that I think is really potentially maybe one of the greatest benefits here is the ability of policy levers to be achieved by, so policymakers could start to ask questions and have policy levers to pull that might be able to help better optimize our transportation system. So, things like well, maybe we want to charge more for using this road versus a local road. Maybe we want to, when the congestion levels reach a certain point, we charge more for that road usage fee than we would if you were driving in the middle of the night. That will then, I believe, allow a greater deal of optimization of the public's investment that's already made in transportation. The one thing I've learned we were stepping forward in the road usage charge fee area, and then we got a gentle push by our legislature to actually go to a fully operational model a lot faster than I was anticipating. And the thing I've learned about this is the farther you get in, the more questions you unearth and the more complexity is involved. And so this is not something that is a magic silver bullet that's going to solve transportation funding here in the near term. But because it's so complex and because it involves so many different partners, it's something that we need to we need that process working forward now if this is going to be a solution.